A new bank plans to make customer convenience a priority by minimizing the amount of time a customer waits in line. The bank is considering two options: a single line, where the customer at the front waits for the next available teller, or separate lines for each teller. The bank decides to use a computer simulation of these two options to determine the average wait time for the customers. Which of the following is not true about the bank's plan? So there's two different models for how lines at a bank would work. You would have a single line, so this would be the line, and multiple tellers. And the person at the front would just go to the next available teller, whichever one that may be, or to have multiple tellers and multiple lines. So here, I'll make this clear by adding some arrows that the person in the front can choose which teller to go to based on which one is available. So, which of the following is not true about the bank's plan? The bank can incorporate other factors such as the number of tellers in the simulation. So if we were to use this computer simulation to model these two models, to see which one is more efficient, you can easily add extra tellers. You can add an extra teller here and here and here and here in the computer simulation and be able to easily model what the effect on the line would be. Generally, adding more tellers would decrease the wait time, and that's something that the bank can initially determine. When I was drawing these squares here that represented the tellers, I just arbitrarily chose the number 3 for the number of tellers. And a bank can easily choose 3, 5, 7, whatever number they need based on what the number of tellers are in their bank. So, yes, this is a true statement. They can incorporate other factors in the simulation. The bank can use a simulation to investigate these two options without causing inconvenience for the customers. So, yes, by using a computer simulation instead of actually implementing both of these in real life and seeing which one performs better, you can perform a simulation to determine some data to see which one performs better in the simulation without using actual customers. They won't need to be involved at all, so which won't cause them inconvenience if one of these models is less efficient than the other. So yes, the simulation can allow the bank to investigate without inconveniencing the customers. C says the bank may consider new alternatives based on the simulation results. Yes, after looking at the data of the simulation, naturally the new alternative may arise based on the conclusions and the data that they see. And this is just true of pretty much any kind of data you collect in a scientific research. That data allows you to consider new alternatives and reach new conclusions. So yes, this is obviously true. So this is not the correct answer since we want something that is not true. D says the simulation will not produce usable results because actual customer data are not available. This is incorrect because a computer simulation modeling a line wouldn't be too far away from reality, meaning the fact that we're not using real customers to gather our data would not make our data here unusable because customers standing in lines is a pretty predictable behavior. If you're a single line and there's multiple tellers, and naturally the person at the front of the line goes to the teller that's free, and that's easy to model on a computer simulation since it's very predictable behavior. The only thing that's changing is the parameters, whether it's a single line and that with multiple available tellers or one line, one teller. So No, the data would not be unusable. There would still be value to the data based on the simulation, because the simulation is not very far from what is reality. So you don't need actual customers to be able to produce data that can give you some idea of which model might perform better. So D is not true. So that's what we're looking for, not true. So D is the correct answer.